So you'll need a food processor for this one if you don't want to use pre-ground chicken. If you don't have one or don't feel like getting one dirty, pre-ground is totally fine. I'm going to use chicken thighs for my meatballs to ensure that we get a moist ball. Simply add in 1 pound of your thighs and then season it up however you want. If you want to follow along with me, I went with a half teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and finally a 1/4 teaspoon of smokestack. If you don't have smokestack in your pantry, then shame on you. It should definitely be a part of your life. Link below. A 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika will work here too. Give this a few tantalizing pulses before blitzing this meat on high for a couple of minutes. It should be finely ground and a bit sticky to the touch. Let's get to the forming of these meatballs, which will be really simple. If you have a cookie scoop laying in that second drawer on the left, get it out and then clean it because I know it hasn't been used in a while. Simply make even scoops and place them onto a plate. You should end up with about 13 meatballs which need to be smoothed out. Simply wet your hands with some water and roll each one between them. They'll be perfect little packages of chicken meat that are just waiting to be seared. And to sear them, place a saute pan over medium-high heat and allow it to preheat. I added about 1 tablespoon of olive oil to my pan to cook my balls in, but you can use any other fat you want. Tallow would be nice here too. Add your chicken meatballs to your pan and begin to sear for about 1 to 2 minutes. After that time, just continue to flip each one until you have a nice sear on all sides. It should look a bit like this. Now that we have some nice color, add in 1 cup of heavy cream. To this, add a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of ground white pepper, a half teaspoon of salt, and mix all this in. Reduce the heat to medium-low, and this will start the process of reducing the cream for the sauce as well as cooking the middle of the chicken. Oops, almost forgot to add my half teaspoon of lemon juice. This will boost the flavor of the white pepper, which is already quite citrusy. Cover with a lid and allow to cook and reduce for about 3 minutes, just checking it every minute or so to make sure the heat isn't too high. Don't be afraid to reduce the heat if everything is going too fast. That's just you cooking. If you want to know when it's done, either cut one in half to verify or use a thermometer to make sure the internal temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Mine are done. Are yours done? The only thing that's left to do is to plate it up. I'm trying to impress all of you, so I'm going to add some chopped parsley to the top of mine. It's ironic because I will upset some of you by doing this. For those of you who aren't upset, I hope you enjoy this pretty picture of my balls. Okay, let's give this a taste finally. Savory. Extremely savory. And the cohesiveness of the white pepper and the lemon balance everything out nicely. You could definitely make this for anyone, and they would be very happy that they got invited to your dinner party where you're making your top 10 CarnivorousChef recipes.